One of the world's most successful stand-up comedians is performing for audiences once again. In 2019, he sold out a show right here in Peoria, and this time he's back in Illinois, but at the state fair.
That's right. Gabriel Iglesias, otherwise known as Fluffy, joins us now. Hello, Gabriel, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, and good morning.
Good morning. We're so excited to have you here. So first off, how does it feel to be back on stage and in front of audiences again?
There's not even a word to describe it. I mean, I called my cousin. I said, hey, bro, now I know what house arrest feels like, because I was just home. I couldn't leave. I'm watching the world pass me by. You got to figure, I've been working for the last 25 years. I'm on the road 46 weeks out of the year, just touring. And so, I mean, this is all I've known for the longest time. And to go to a complete stop and then all of a sudden you get it back. I mean, it just, it feels amazing.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the audiences are happy to be back as well. And you've been in several films, but your newest one was Space Jam: A New Legacy. Can you talk to us about the process to bring a cartoon character to life? What was that like?
Oh, well, for Space Jam, this was kind of easy for me because it wasn't even an audition. They called me. They said, they're doing a new Space Jam. They want to see if you're, and I'm like, I'm in. I wasn't doing anything in 2020, so I said, you know what, I'm down. Let's see, what do you want me to do? And they said, well, they're looking to see, have somebody voice Speedy Gonzalez. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. And it wasn't until the actual phone call took place with the director, producer, and the writer that, basically they were feeling me out. They wanted to make sure that I felt comfortable, because nowadays they're canceling anything and everything. And there was an issue where Speedy Gonzalez and Pepe Le Pew were on the chopping block because they thought that, they said that they needed to be canceled because they were bad. And I'm like, I understand Pepe Le Pew, he's a little grabby, but what's Speedy Gonzalez's crime? It's like he's Mexican and he's fast. And I'm like, that's not a crime. That's like job security where I live. So they said, can you do the voice? And I'm like, yeah, I can do the voice. I do voices for a living. And next thing I know, we're off to the races. And I did the movie in about 3 sessions.
Very nice. I know you said that role in particular was easy to take on, but what are some of your favorite roles to get into?
Well, voiceover work is very different from stand-up, but also very similar in the sense that, it's a performance. It's me doing voices, but there's a lot more direction. I love it when it's a project that I know a lot of people are going to see. For example, Space Jam or the Disney's Monsters at Work. It's like to be working on those 2 projects at the same time. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, this is like I want to say about 15th project that I've worked on doing voiceover work. And see, that's the thing where a lot of times people don't know because they can't see you. So my voice has been all over the place. But yeah, anytime it's a big one like Coco, that was like my big one right there. See, some people don't even know I was in Coco. They're like, oh my God, you were in that? I'm like, yeah, I got a check and a car to prove it.
I love Coco.
But the projects keep coming, and I'm actually going to be executive producing my own 2 projects coming up in the near future. So that's going to be cool, where I get to produce and I get to voice the films.
Absolutely, and we're excited to hear and see that. Now, once again, can you sort of talk about how did you handle the stress of having to stay home and not be able to do what you love throughout the pandemic?
Oh man, I think just like everybody, we all had to deal with it in our own way. I mean, on top of just trying to stay safe and stay clear of COVID and just, make sure that we were doing what we had to do. I just, I found myself taking drives. I get my dogs, we jump in the car and take a drive, set a playlist, and we weren't really going anywhere. We just kind of did a lap around the city since there was no traffic. And, that was the only real sense of normal. Of course, hitting a drive-through, getting a coffee, that was, that's what I look forward to.
Absolutely. And you are performing at the Illinois State Fair. Have you performed there before?
I've performed all over Illinois, but I can't recall playing the Illinois State Fair. It should be good though. I've been lucky over the last couple of years where, there's not a lot of comics that like playing fairs. Whereas me, I'm like, hey, I'll do it.
Hey, somebody has to do it, right?
So, yeah, somebody has to do it. And hey, this guy right here, he's all about it. So, I did a fair last week. And actually, I have 2 fairs this week. So, yeah, I'm all about the fairs.
Nice.
Absolutely. And when people come out to your show, what can they expect?
Oh man, I think at this point everybody can just expect to be outside again and be around people and of course laughter. I mean, I'm up there with the show that's been waiting for a year to come out, and so last week was very telling. All the shows were sold out. Everybody was just so happy, and yeah, it's a really really good vibe.
And before we let you go, what can you tell us about your future plans?
Well, my future plans, like I said, they involve a lot of executive producing, voiceover work, and mainly touring. I mean, I got to catch up on a year's worth of dates that have been just sitting there. So I think a lot of artists right now are basically playing catch up. And so, yeah, look for the calendar to be extra full just because we got to catch up and then we got to, fill in the new dates. So there's going to be a lot of comedy coming. And of course, a new Netflix special that I need to record very soon.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like you are staying busy. And once again, Gabriel Iglesias will be at the Illinois State Fair this Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. And you can find this full interview on our website, ciproud.com.